and we look forward to working together on these important issues. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Delegation of Albania. Now I would like to give the floor to Protection of Rights Without Borders, followed by Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. I would like to bring attention on independence of judiciary in Armenia. The international organizations continually contribute to establish independent judiciary in Armenia. Millions are vested to improve constitutional guarantees, to strengthen legislative grounds, to safeguard individual and institutional independence of judiciary. However, we have witnessed extreme deficit of independence in judiciary during the events followed to the peaceful assemblies on 17 to 30 July 2016. Judicial harassments, arbitrary detentions were the main tools to isolate, to imprison, and detain people who are not affiliated with the ruling political party and regime. The court decisions on pre-trial detention were dictated by the government and were widely used to target those who are expressing their political opinions, participating in assemblies, or criticizing the regime. The same judicial decisions describing the same grounds and the same actions were duplicated in regard to all detained persons. The requirements to present reasonable suspicion, to reason the judgments, and remaining standards of fair trial were completely ignored. Up to 60 people were arrested. 20 people remain under pretrial detention for the alleged violations on the following grounds: organizing and participating in illegal assemblies, creating mass public disorders. As a result of selective application of judicial review, only 3 decisions on detention out of 30 people were changed. 3 persons were released. However, this was mainly for those who were identified by the international actors. In the cassation court, the judge asked an accused person under pretrial detention, would he continue to participate in public protests if released? Getting the positive answer, the court confirmed the decision on pretrial detention. In another case, the judge issued the decision where the person was not identified by his name or surname. The same decision was copy-pasted without adjusting the circumstances of alleged violation and identity of person. Unfortunately, these are not unique examples, and the list of such violations continues. The nature of these fabricated criminal cases, omissions of due process guarantees, and the justification of court decisions are the main determinants to qualify people as being confined for conscience and the expression of ideas. Thus, we consider all these people to be political prisoners. The failure of courts to apply fair trial standards and establish justice in the country destroyed all guarantees for the rule of law in the country. Such conditions require much effort and meaningful actions from the government to build public trust and confidence. For this reason, we demand to set free all prisoners of conscience immediately and without conditions, to reorganize judicial practice in full compliance with the fair trial standards and principles of independence of judiciary. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now I'd like to give the floor to our last speaker on the list, Institute for Reporters' Freedom and Safety.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now, equality before justice is a basic principle of the rule of law. Without this, it's impossible for a law to be a law. And it is inadmissible that a stronger group be able to prevail over a weaker through use of the law. In order to ensure the rule of law in Azerbaijan, unfortunately, there is not, rather, conditions for civil society to work under a rule of law principles. Here, it's very important that there be close attention paid to the lack of political will